Hello.
Hi.
Could we ask you some questions?
You sure can.
Perfect. All right. What has been your first impression of Tosa West?
My first impression of Tulsa West, it's been awesome. I got to see an East-West volleyball game and a couple of football games. And it's been a little strange because I don't know the students yet I'm supervising them, but it's been great. But I mostly have been around the teachers, and the teachers are just so warm, inviting, just easy to get to know, and really speak so highly of all of the students here.
What is one thing Tosa West students should know about you?
One thing they should know is I love being an administrator in schools. So I was an athletic director for some time. I was a principal at Menominee Falls for 4 years. I then worked at district office for a while in Menominee Falls for the last, I think, 6 years. And I'm just really excited to be back in a building around students, being able to go to events, be in classrooms. I just like that student contact.
What would you say to address concerns about your history of administration within other school districts?
Ask me that once more if you don't mind.
Oh,
Dave.
sorry, yeah.
That's okay.
What would you say to address concerns about your history of administration within other school districts?
I don't know what concerns are. I guess I've been in administration now for probably, 15 years, and I just always focus everything on the students. What do I think is best for the students and the school at that time, and always try to balance the needs of the whole school with the needs of the individual students that I'm working with. But every decision I've made, everything I've been a part of, has always been very much student-centered, and I feel like as hard as the job can be, as complex as it can be, that's what matters the most.
What made you want to go into education?
I just had a lot of really good teachers and coaches as I was growing up. It might surprise people because I'm a principal. I wasn't necessarily the best student. I wasn't necessarily the best behaved student. And I just had the right teachers, the right coaches at the right time who kind of got me on track. So when I was in college at University of La Crosse, I just kept getting drawn back to the education program, as I felt like that's a place that education mattered for me, and that's a place that I could have a really nice impact.
Why did you choose to teach public school over private school?
I suppose it's because that's what my experience always was in the public school sector. I mean, there's a few sort of personal financial pieces that matter to that, like the pension and the benefits are often better, but I also, at my core, I just appreciate the fact that public schools serve all students, and no matter what their needs are, what their headwinds may be, where they come from, public schools serve everyone, and they're really a cornerstone of our democracy. So that's, I just really have valued my time in public education for that reason.
What do you see for the future of Tosa West?
Well, Tulsa West is a great school. It's always been a great school. I've worked in this area my whole career. So I see us really building on things that are great. I see, already what we've done this summer is just including the voice of teachers and students in that future, in that direction. I mean, we've been using the tagline, Miss Claymore, Mr. Bold, and I now with the whole staff of making West a place where every student thrives, and really digging into what does that mean if every student's thriving. How can we be a place that serves everyone, no matter what their path may be, what their goal may be, how strong of a student they are, or how they struggle. So that's what I see as our future. It's such an engaging place, so many cool programs like the one you're a part of here. Building on those, trying to get more students engaged the way you are. I'm really feeling just valued and passionate about things here at West.
How have you and how are you going to ease your transition as you become the new principal?
Well, this helps. Like, the more I can just interact with students. So one of my first contacts here was a tour with some students here at West. So I think the more I can just get to know people individually, meeting with teachers. So as soon as I started this summer, I was meeting individually with teachers. We have a leadership team of teachers that came here. I've spent a ton of time with Mr. Bold and Miss Claymore this year. So that's been great for us to learn to build a team together, get to know each other personally and professionally, and we just have a great synergy. So I would say my transition is just sort of person by person, just trying to really know the place, know the people, and not try to make too many changes until I really understand what's happening here.
What skills would you like to see students graduate Tosa West with?
Leadership, most importantly. I just want, and I think there's a lot to build in here. The unions that you have, the student leadership opportunities, all of the curricular activities, APSI, all of those things. So I really want students to leave here with a lot of confidence. I want them to be creative problem solvers. Whether you're in a world that's pretty complicated, that has a lot of challenges. So the more we can develop your capacity to lead and problem solve and work with people, I think those are critical. Obviously, we want to be excellent students, all of those pieces, but there's so much more to being successful after school than just having good grades or being able to succeed in a particular class.
Who is your favorite fictional principal?
My favorite fictional principal? I don't know if I wouldn't want to be like him, but I just always remember Ferris Bueller's Day Off and the principal there. Unfortunately, if you watch a lot of movies, there's very few times where principals are shown as being really great people and people you want to be with. So I would like to be the opposite of most of what you've seen on TV.
And lastly, what is your top priority as principal?
My top priority is really setting a standard here of working with students, working with teachers, of just building on that identity of being very clear about what we want this place to be for all of you, and then holding all of us accountable to what this place needs to be and feel like in order for us to be successful that way. To be a place where every student thrives, it has to be safe, it has to feel comfortable for all students of all backgrounds, it has to feel focused, and then it has to be really fun. School should be fun, so you can do great things, you can be ready when you leave here, and still have this great, rich experience at Wauwatosa West.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.